It's Saturday. Finally. 8 a.m. Alarm goes off. Oh, man. Come over. Hit the snooze button. Roll back over. 10 minutes later. Alarm goes off. Hit the snooze button. Roll back over. 10 minutes later. Alarm goes off. Turn off the alarm. Right? I don't want to keep hitting that snooze button. Let's just turn it off. 8:30 a.m. Fall back asleep. A few hours later. 12 a.m. I wake up realizing I slept in a little bit later than I should have. Turn over, pick up my phone, start scrolling, start to scroll Instagram, TikTok, all my social media apps. 1 hour later, 1 p.m. I'm finally getting up at 1 p.m. And mind you, I was in school at this time. This was roughly freshman, sophomore year. Right, I was in school, playing video games after school, not doing the best habits, but what do I know? Right? I'm just a 16-year-old. Right? What do I know? But you have to understand, some people still live this kind of life and they are 30 and 40. Right? They go to work on the weekday and they do this kind of routine on the weekend. So this is no different compared to you. Back to the story. 1 p.m. Finally getting up at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. That could have been used towards making progress in a goal, in a business, starting up a business, whatever it is. But no. When we finally get up, take a shower, brush my teeth, do the usual. And then after that, get on my computer, play video games, play with my friends, and eat junk food and have a very unproductive day. And play video games for about 6 hours till around 7, 8 p.m. Start getting a little tired, start winding down. What do you think? What do you think I mean when I say winding down? Scrolling on my phone till bedtime. What time's bedtime? 2 a.m., 1 a.m. And this structure is how some of you guys are either living. You might be unemployed, or this just might be how you live on the weekends, okay? You go to work 5 days a week. You do this on the weekends, right? Oh, it's the weekend, just want to relax, just want to wind down, it's the weekend, man, I'm just so tired. I get that because I've been there. You will never be successful if you do this. If you do this routine, you will never be successful because you have to realize the weekends are for building. If you do not have that kind of time, which you probably do during the week while you're at work or after work, right? You don't have that kind of time. You probably do. But I know for a fact, and and I know, right? We both know. You have time on the weekends, yet you choose to waste it relaxing. You used to have goals, you used to have ambitions, maybe you still do. And it all has just wasted away because you put all your time into this dead-end job, a job you probably don't like. But it pays the bills, of course. But you're meant for more, and you know it. And the weekends give you that opportunity as an escape route, as a way to build out of this life. I know you want change because I've been in that position. You will never be successful because you never start anything. Never. You think it will just happen. You think you'll just land in that job. You think you'll just end up starting the business somehow. Give it a few years. You'll be there. No, you never start anything ever your entire life. You've always just waited for things to be handed to you. No. You have to start. You have to take action. You have to actually start. You can't keep procrastinating. You can't keep, oh, eventually. Oh, well, it'll take time. I'll do it soon. Oh, I've been real busy with work. I just, not right now. This is why you haven't moved an inch. You have made no progress and you never start anything. And maybe you have started something. Maybe you've started a business. Maybe you started, I don't know, going to the gym. Maybe you're trying to start developing a good habit. Maybe. But you never stick to it. Whether it's the gym, whether it's meditating, whether it's journaling. You try it for a little bit and then you just give up. Or maybe with a business, right? Maybe with something you've like a little startup business. Maybe doing copywriting, maybe doing content creation, whatever it is, some type of business. You started it and then you realized, shoot, I actually have to put in work. This isn't like my normal job where I'm just brain dead for 8 hours. I have to actually put in work. And then you give up and then you move on to the next thing. Oh, let me try SMMA. Right, this looks good. You want the easy stuff. You have shiny object syndrome. That's what that's called. Shiny object syndrome. You look at a business or some type of way you can escape, your current life, and you get into it, you start it, it's real positive, it's going good, but when things start to get hard, you move on to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Good things take time. It's not, you can't just be an overnight success. It takes time. You have to have that patience, and you don't have it. That's why you'll never be successful. The most successful guys have had the patience, they put the work in, and when it got hard, they put in even more work. But you just gave up, right? Going from business to business to business, from place to place to place, without putting any real effort, you will always fail. Always. You also don't have any habits or a schedule. Actually, you do have habits. Bad ones. You play video games on the weekends. You watch Netflix after work. You're in a relationship you hate or a marriage. You have no real goals or dream, or maybe you do. But you haven't developed any habits to get closer. You haven't made progress. You have no schedule. You just expect things to flow. Right? Without a schedule, life is erratic. You must create a schedule. You must create habits. You have formed bad habits from consistently doing it time after time after time. And it feels good, right? That's how habits form, is we do it and we get an outcome that feels good. So we keep doing it because we know we're going to have a outcome that feels good, right? Our dopamine receptors are going to fire because we know this end outcome. If we do this, we'll have a pleasurable outcome. Why don't you try doing that with good habits? Why don't you set a time in the morning to journal? If you journal, you put your thoughts down, you put what you're grateful for. The end outcome is being more mindful of the things you're grateful for, being more mindful of your thoughts, right? You'll have more control over your thoughts. Meditation, set a time in the morning, 9 a.m., sit at your desk, right? If you meditate, you'll be more mindful, you'll be more present. That's the outcome. So you have to create a schedule of consistency because if you do these good habits, you'll have this pleasurable outcome, just like a bad habit. They both work the same way. So if you can do that and create a schedule and create habits, you're on the path to success. Because understand, the reason the guys you look up to, your mentors, the guys that are winning, they didn't just get there by, just free flowing, just waiting for it to happen. They created habits. They were consistent. And this leads me to our next point. They believed in themselves. You have no belief in yourself. Zero. You always doubt yourself. Anything that pops in your mind, any type of new idea, any type of thought, any type of business, oh, that won't work. Nah, it's not for me. That's just not built for me. Oh, that'll never happen. Oh, it takes too long. These limiting beliefs are destroying you. And you just keep allowing it to happen. You will not succeed. If you continue to do that, you will not succeed. Because without belief, without real faith in yourself, you cannot climb the mountain. You cannot get to the top. You have to have that self-belief. Believe in yourself. Also, when you do try and, start some habit or do try and start something, you procrastinate. You're lazy. Oh, I'll do it. Yeah, eventually. Okay. Stay lazy. Procrastinate. There's no progress to be made there. Look, bottom line. If you were to start taking action, if you were to stop making excuses, if you were to start forming habits, and you were to start actually sticking to a schedule and actually using the weekends to build, or after work, that time, you do have time, maybe 2, 3, 4 hours to build. If you took this time to build, you created habits, you created a schedule, right? You had a time block just of work, of deep work, these deep work sessions, and you were taking action instead of sitting on Netflix, playing video games, doing things that are irrelevant, that just waste time. You quit procrastinating, and you actually believed in yourself. Not only would you make tremendous progress towards whatever you're trying to start, but eventually you would be successful. 6 months to a year, you would make so much progress that you would probably not be able to fathom it right now. I don't think you understand. I was in that same position. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I still fall back into things that, are irrelevant, don't help me. But what I've come to realize is doing all the things I just listed, habit, schedule, consistency, belief, right? Once you can form this in your mind and understand these actually work in helping you progress, you will see the results in real time. It will happen. It might be slow, it might be fast. It's different for everyone. But you will see it, big or small. And that will keep you going. I want you to start taking action. Without the ability to do any of the things, any of these, and actually start to build, actually start to progress, you will never be successful. You will keep working at that dead-end job. You will continue to live the same life. You will never change. Right? You just, that's it. You're meant for more, and you know it. So start acting like it. Start changing. Stop telling everyone you want to change. Stop telling yourself in your head you want to change. Actually do it. Change. Take action. You will be successful if you do the necessary steps required. The things I said is the key to success. That's all you need. That's really all you need. So simple. But yet you make it so difficult. I know you want to live a better life, but you just have to start. You got it, bro. Hope you got some value out of this, man. Remember, there are no bad days, only lessons.